How you doing? Welcome back to another video. Today back down here in Guatemala, and yeah, just a beautiful day today. So today's video I'm going to talk about how to stop thinking that you are not good enough. This is something that happens with people who have got a lot of pain and regret and grief, and yeah, they're thinking on terms of negative emotions caused by what their drinking was done before, you know. And a lot of this involves people who are thinking in terms of the things that I did, the way that I was thinking as an alcoholic, that I was a bad person, that I was diseased, that I was all this kind of bullshit that people talk about, right? And in this one, I want to talk about two questions that you can ask yourself. I'm going to talk about the reality of why people think that they're not good enough for the most part. And if you stick around until the end, I'm going to share with you the only way that you can really truly stop doing this to yourself. So the first question I want you to ask yourself is, not good enough for what? Right? Not good enough for what? And it's an important question because you really have to analyze why do you think you're not good enough? Are you making your own choices in life, because you should be? Are you saying to yourself, well, I don't want to feel like this. I don't want to. The way I'm thinking about my life should be based on your values and your principles and where you want to go in life. It should be based around the idea that you're going to get somewhere. I mean, like I say, human beings in general we're growth seekers. We want to find out more. We want to invent things. We want to invent new ways of seeing things, and it can be a blessing sometimes, or it can be a curse, right? Depends on which way you look at it. But it's one of those things that is going to create a very diverse group of people who are heading for different goals in life and different heading down different avenues and different ways of expressing themselves, because they've got these different goals, and because those different goals are developed through different values and principles in life. So the best possible version of yourself, this is what we're always trying to get through to people. This is what we teach on V2, it's a journey. It's not getting to a specific destination. It's the journey to becoming the best possible version of yourself. That is the buzz. That is the where you get the most benefit out of this whole thing. And it's as much about what you don't do and who you don't listen to as to what you do and what you listen to. Okay? If you haven't stopped yet if you haven't downloaded the quick start preparation guide, we've got that over on Habits V2. You can click on the link down below. It's absolutely free, and it's designed to give you sort of perspective on where you are, to give you a bit of clarity about where you are in this moment and where you're going to go and how you can get there. And then that's designed to give you some confidence in yourself that you can do this, that you can either stop drinking alcohol, you can get into the second month or the third month or whatever it is that you're trying to do, and to give you the courage to step across and do that. So if you haven't done that already, go down below and click on the link. If you want to support the channel, there's a couple of different ways that you can do that. You can go down and press the join button down below this video if you're on YouTube, and you can join us there. That's got a few different things that you can get from that. We've also got a few different things over on Patreon. We've just started out the Patreon channel, so we'd appreciate all the support that we can get over there. Again, click on the link down below that. And the best way of supporting us is through V2, because this is the place where I can help you the most, and it's where I get the most encouragement for myself. It's where I get the best buzz myself doing this. Being able to teach people on a day-to-day basis and to meet up with people and to have a chat and all that kind of stuff. We've got a great community over there, so take a look at that. That's in the link down below as well. That's not free, but you get what you pay for in life. The second question that I want to look at is, whom are you not good enough for? Now, as I said before, stopping drinking alcohol offers you the opportunity to make changes in your life. And you can make some massive changes because of this. I think it's one of the best opportunities from a personal perspective. This and having my son were the two things that happened to me that have given me the opportunities to change so much in my life because of that one thing that changed. One thing, having my son was, not much to do with me, at the actual birth of him. But after that, it was like gave me a reason to live and a reason to change myself and to try and seek out and fulfill all the opportunities that I could find. And it's every parent thinks along those lines, and most parents do anyway. But if you really want to change yourself, sometimes the best changes that you can make are in the personnel in your life, in the people that you surround yourself with. Change these people in your life and you can change a lot of the ideas, because a lot of the ideas that you have are either given to you by other people or they're reinforced by other people. So think long and hard about who is there and who is making you think that you're not good enough. We had a question lately with on one of the live streams that we did, and it was about if I was dating again, how would I date? How would I go out and find a partner? And it would definitely be somebody who didn't drink, and it would be based around a certain criteria, but it would be mostly based around, if I was starting out especially, it would be based around who I wanted to become. And it's difficult in the beginning because you don't know, a lot of people don't know where they want to go themselves or how they want to improve themselves. It's almost like you've been in a bubble so long, you've been in this, everything has been revolving around this alcohol for so long. You take the alcohol out of it, you feel like you're marooned on a desert island, and it's like, where do I go from here? But that's the day-to-day thing. That's when you take every day and you do the things on a day-by-day basis. You make small improvements, you make marginal gains, and you use this as your stepping stone in the beginning, and then you move on, change the people in your life, and then you start to get a drift on who you want to be with. So, the best advice that I can give is have patience with it. Don't try and look for somebody too early in this if you're on your own, or don't try and look for new friends because you don't know who you're looking for. You have to wait until you understand where you want to go, and a lot of people in your life can bring you up to that level. That's the point of relationships, is that you improve each other. Not that you have nothing to offer, but it's that you want to be in relationships with other people who have things to offer you as well. That it's a reciprocal relationship. You lift each other. As they say, a good high tide lifts all the boats around it. So that's the way to think about it, I think. This, the third one, is we're talking about the truth. This is what I think is the truth behind all of this. Everyone comes from a position of inferiority. So this is something that I've learned from a guy called Alfred Adler. He was a psychologist dating back to the times of Jung and Freud. So one of the earlier psychologists. And he also talked about the inferiority complex. Now, I'm not talking about that. An inferiority complex is something that you develop throughout your life. This is something that you don't develop, but it's a natural part of everyone from birth to grave. It's you're striving from, when you're born as a baby, you're inferior to almost everyone around you, because even if you've got older brothers and sisters, they've got more experience than you, and this is something that I think is it's a growth mentality. So it's going from a position of from inferiority to superiority and to power, not to, I'm not talking about this from a nasty point of view that everyone wants to have power over everyone else, but as personal power. You want to have power over your own life. You want to have power over the things that you do, the thoughts that you have. Everyone wants this. So this is too short of a video to really get into this, because it's a complex subject. But we talk about this a lot on V2 as the laddering up process. And it's the laddering up process is where something is forcing or pushing you from behind, which is the inferiority to superiority mentality, right? You're wanting to grow as an individual, and as a species we do this as well. And there is also there's a force pulling you up from the front, and that's your fictions, and they're your goals and your dreams and the plans that you're making. And for us, that journey towards the best possible version of yourself, that is the thing that is pulling you from the front. Okay, so I mean, even the inferiority, superiority is that superiority is pushing you from, is pulling you from the top, and the inferiority is the thing that's pushing you up from the bottom. So, and at the beginning, I was saying to you that if you stuck around till the end, I was going to give you the only way that you can solve this, and that's to understand that no matter what happens outside of yourself, no matter who you think is making you not feel good enough for yourself, it's always nearly always a reflection on something that's happening outside of yourself, and you're reflecting those thoughts back on yourself. I'm not good enough for something outside of yourself or for someone outside of yourself. This is all can only be corrected inside your own mind, right? This is not coming from somewhere else. None of this stuff is coming from somebody else. Even if they're saying it directly to you, even if they're saying to you, you're just not good enough for me. You're not good enough for this. You shouldn't be doing this. You shouldn't be doing that. Don't listen to it, because everything it's not the things that are under your control, right? You control, and you should control. The things that are not under your control, you control how you respond. And that is the fact. Your attitude towards these things is something that people use, but it's basically your ability to respond. So anything that happens like this, that is a negative feedback that you're getting from the outside, how you respond, that's all up to you, right? Therefore, good or bad, right? You can control it. You can control the things. So don't look outside for the answers. The key is always inside here, inside your mind, right? So I'm going to leave it there for today. If you haven't signed up for the quick start guide, do it below. If you want to help us out, please look in the description below. It takes a lot of work to get these videos out, and we do appreciate getting some help to keep us going financially as well. Take good care of yourself, and I will speak to you again in the next video. Onwards and upwards. Bye now.